Welcome back to the channel. We are here getting ready for the Gadsden Collector Con card show. It's happening tomorrow. That is at the venue at Coosa Landing in Gadsden, Alabama. It's a pretty small local show. We're excited to go to it. This is going to be the 4th card show that my fiance Summer and I have vended. And we're really getting confident in our ability to do this vending business pretty well. The whole buy, sell, trade thing. We're really kind of figuring it out, and we think we got a pretty good hold on it, and we're definitely upping the inventory game. This is the most I've brought to a card show so far. Every time we go to a show, we are building it. So in this video, we're going to be going over mostly what we're bringing and what we're trying to kind of curate as far as an inventory goes. So let's get right into it. First thing we got is the binders. So we have 2 Pokemon binders, 1 Magic the Gathering, and 1 YuGiOh. So the Pokemon binders consists of this one right here at the top is the $1 Pokemon binder. This is just chock full of just kind of a mixed bag of singles, mostly modern stuff, some vintage. You can tell you got some WotC in here. Mostly modern hollow foils and reverse hollow foils, that kind of stuff. Some EX hits in here, like, Gardevoir EX, and, just a kind of a mixed bag of stuff. If you got somebody that, like, collects a certain species, or they're trying to match a set, a certain modern set, and they need, like, that one obscure reverse hollow foil, I might just have it in this binder. So that's what this is for. Everything in here is $1. I didn't expect this to do as good as it did at the last show, so gonna be bringing it at this show and see if we can kind of get a similar turnout. So $1 binder Pokemon right here. Below that, we do have the 10 or the under $10 binder for Pokemon. Mostly gonna be some like modern, kind of like modern hits, but I do have some vintage stuff in here. Anything in here is gonna be generally $2 to $10. We just got through pricing all this stuff about an hour ago, so pretty close on the market prices here. Should be just right on, really. And we do got it's again kind of a mixed bag. We do got some vintage in here. We got this Dark Wheezing hollow from Team Rocket. We do got, Cara Blast from, I believe that's Black Bolt or White Flare. I can't remember which one it is. But, just some really good modern hits, some really exciting stuff. I like a lot of these cards myself, personally. Let's see, which one was it? Well, I was just looking at it just a minute ago. I like this Houndour right here. We got like this Ninjask. Some really good modern cards in here. This Shedinja is probably one of my favorite cards from the modern era. I really like the Shedinja. The Larvitar right here as well. I know I'm just kind of like fanboying over Pokemon cards here, but the binder, people love looking through binders. They love looking for cheap singles for their collection. And I'm that kind of buyer. I don't always buy stuff out of the case, even though that is the really exciting stuff. People love to bring a few bucks to a card show, look through a binder, and pick something out. Especially we've noticed in this area of the shows. I do sell some stuff out of the case, obviously, but the binders do pretty good. So I'm happy to cater to those specific customers and bring what they're looking for as well. I don't want anybody to come to my table thinking they have to spend a significant amount of money to get some cards they enjoy, because I frankly don't collect that way myself, so I don't expect others to do it that way either. So $1 binder, $2 to $10 binder, and let's go right over here to the other side of the table, look at the other binders. So like I said, we got a Magic the Gathering binder. I don't really collect Magic cards. I do play the game from time to time. Nothing crazy serious. Most of the time I play in like the modern format. This is really casual Magic, honestly. But everything in the Magic binder is $1, except foils are $2 a piece. Honestly, probably some pretty nice playable stuff in here. Probably stuff worth more than a couple bucks. Nothing in here is going to be crazy. But you might find some stuff you need for your deck. I know I do have a lot of these, like a lot. I think there's like multiple stuffed in here of a lot of these full art lands right here. I know some people like to really get fancy with their decks and kind of like do it up with some foil lands like we got right here and some full art lands and just really, kind of get fancy with it. I got a lot of that kind of stuff available. I got some rares in here, like some dollar kind of bulky rares. And just a lot of good stuff in here. You know, I just pulled all this stuff off my TCG player inventory. I got tired of selling on there, so I pulled it out of there, put it in the binder. So some decent stuff in here. Stop by the table if you like Magic the Gathering. I got some, if you really can't see it, the glare is not too bad. I got some vintage stuff, like some really true vintage stuff in here. You know, like this guy right here. We just got some like just really obscure stuff in here. I really like this old Magic the Gathering artwork. You know, we're never gonna go back to that, but it's just unbeatable. I love that stuff. But Magic the Gathering binder, $1 a piece, everything regular, and foils $2 a pop. So stop by if you want to check out the Magic binder at my table. We do got right here, the last binder we're bringing is the Yu-Gi-Oh binder. This, like most things in my inventory, is a mixed bag of what we're trying to do. I just want to cater to a good bit of people and just want everybody to find something that they like at my table. So most of this stuff is going to be vintage, original print stuff. We got Dark Magician Girl from, I believe that's the Rising Duelist series. We got Buster Blader. That's a classic. Everybody loves Buster Blader. Some really cool Blue Eyes White Dragons, like this weird movie promo art print right there. That's one of my favorites. I actually pulled that out of my PC, and I'm trying to sell it to move into some other things I'm a little more passionate about these days, but everything in the Yu-Gi-Oh binder that's not priced is actually going to be $1 a piece. We got some really cool looking cards in here. Yu-Gi-Oh cards sometimes look really, really awesome, and they're only worth like $1 or $2, but it is what it is. Like, I don't know if the camera can really catch it, but some of these secret rares just have like crazy foil patterns. Yeah, there's some really good Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, we got 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons right here. Just, you know, really good stuff. Dark Magicians, Buster Bladers again. You know, just the classic stuff. That's what I collect. That's what I like to sell. I like the vintage stuff. That's just my favorite era of Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, this front page right here. Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, 2 sets of Egyptian God cards. We're bringing Yu-Gi-Oh. If you like Yu-Gi-Oh, come on by. We're going to check out what's in the case next. That's the binders. We're bringing 4 binders, like I said. Under $10, $2 to $10 Pokemon binder, $1 binder Pokemon, Magic the Gathering binder, $1 for regular, $2 for foils. Yu-Gi-Oh binder, generally anything under $20, and anything not priced is $1. So in the case right here, we do have 2 rows up top. Let me open this up to get the glare off of it. We do have 2 rows right up top. This is all the Yu-Gi-Oh I'm bringing in the case. This is what I have left. I'll be honest, Yu-Gi-Oh has been picking up steam from the shows we've been going to. The first show I didn't sell much at all, and then it's ramped up since then. I think the Yu-Gi-Oh market is kind of getting ready to emerge a little bit better. I think Konami's trying to change some things with their artworks and finally trying to innovate the game. We'll see if they're successful. I'm always going to like vintage Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I think some people are too. As far as the new stuff, I really could not tell you. I don't really know anything about it. So all the stuff I'm selling here is vintage, original print, Metal Raiders, Legends of Blue Eyes. I got a couple of, I think I got a couple of Collector's 10s, like this Summon Skull from Collector's 10. This is actually the reverse foil air from Collector's 10. And I tell people all this stuff all the time when it comes to the table. I explain what these misprints are. I got a few misprints in here. Some faded cards, like the faded Karibo. I got the faded Summon Skull, faded Dark Magician. Just a whole lot of stuff like that. I got first editions from Metal Raiders, like just some crazy rare Yu-Gi-Ohs and some vintage stuff. You just don't really see it often, especially in good condition. I got some of this stuff in really solid condition. None of it's like minty, but you know that back in the day, if you were playing with vintage Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you were probably scraping those things on the concrete, and nothing like that is too worn in this case in that way. But yeah, if you want to check out some rare Yu-Gi-Ohs, some vintage original prints, I'm gonna have that in my case up here. First 2 rows is where it's gonna be at. So come take a look at the binders. Come take a look at the first 2 rows. If you're looking for Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm probably gonna be one of the only people, not the only person, but one of the only people really selling it at this level. A lot of people might be selling some bulk Yu-Gi-Oh, but I have the vintage original print stuff. So if you want to see that kind of stuff, come by my table. Shiny Mana Collectibles. Look for the big purple sign. I'm going to be out there selling some Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. But let's get into the Pokemon. Let's finish up this inventory review video and get ready for the show tomorrow. So for the next 2 rows we have right here, this is going to be really anything worth like $10 to like $19 as far as Pokemon goes. Just mostly modern stuff. That's pretty much all this stuff is. I just priced all this stuff earlier today, about an hour or 2 ago. So should be really, really good to go, right on the market price. People love these under $20 illustration rares from the modern era. It's just really popular stuff. Like I said, not everybody that comes to a card show wants to drop thousands on like ponchos and stuff. They want to buy this cheap stuff too. So that's what I'm there for. That's where I'm at in my inventory journey right now. You know, that's just, you know, what I like to sell, because I want to, like I said, I want to cater to a lot of different people, a lot of different customers. So under that, we're going to start with the rest of the Pokemon. This is going to generally be $20 and up stuff for the next few rows. We got some modern hits right here. Pretty much all this stuff is modern hits again, because modern's just crazy on fire right now. 151, you know, Obsidian Flames is doing really good. This Gloom from Obsidian Flames is one of my favorite cards from the modern era. Really like that guy. Let's see, we got some really new stuff. You know, I think we got this Charizard right here from Phantasmal. We got some Destined Rivals in here. We've got just all kinds of stuff. If you're looking for modern hits and not the super, super high-end stuff, I might have what you're looking for here at my table. Just come take a look. We do have, right down here, this is kind of the little more pricey stuff I do have. We got the Charmander promo from Obsidian Flames, one copy of that. We got this really, really sick Charizard V-Star, probably one of the best modern cards that's been printed. I do like the Mewtwo as well, but I sadly don't have that one. But the Charizard is for sale. We have this Raikou. This card has gone crazy parabolic in the past like 2 weeks. Was like $30, I think, and now it's up to like $43, almost $45. Another parabolic crazy card is this Pikachu from Trainer Gallery, Sword and Shield. I remember buying this card for $5 like a year ago. Makes me sick to think the moves it's had, but $45, not too bad for it. Really, really cool card. Really iconic Pikachu art. Everybody loves Pikachu. So we got this really nice Mew right here as well. I think it's from the Crown Zenith Gallery, I believe. And we got a couple tag teams. Summer actually told me that we should stock some more tag teams at the booth. A lot of people have been asking for tag teams, so I decided to buy a couple, like the Venusaur Snivy right here on the camera and the Pikachu Zekrom right there. I don't have much tag teams. They're kind of hard to come across at a good price and in good condition. You know, it's just, they're really expensive, and I try to not put all of my eggs in one basket on my inventory. I don't want to bet too much on one specific card. So I like to diversify and have a nice balance for a lot of different customers come by and shop. But let's get into my favorite stuff that I'm bringing to the booth. The bottom row is going to be our vintage. I don't have too much of it, but I do have some decent of what I am bringing. So let's start down here at this side. So we got the base set 2 Poliwrath. I've had this card for entirely too long. I know people don't like base set 2 all that much. I'm master setting it myself, but I already have that card, so it's a duplicate, so I'm trying to sell it. Somebody will want it eventually. Poliwrath is a little bit niche. Base set 2 is a little bit more niche, so I'm going to have it until somebody wants it, but somebody will come along and want it. Then we got the really, really exciting stuff. This Delta Species for Alligator. Everybody loves Delta Species cards. I know I grew up on them. I know a lot of people did too. And Delta Species cards really, really do go crazy. Really love those cards. Probably one of the best gimmicks they've ever done in the trading card game is a Delta Species gimmick. So past that, we do have this set. This set has absolutely ballooned since the Destined Rivals came out. This is Team Rocket Returns. If you can't see, this is the reverse hollow foil stamp Team Rocket Returns Azumarill. Beautiful, beautiful card. Just really, really awesome. I love those reverse hollow stamps. I know a lot of people chase those. They're kind of rare to find these days. So, you know, we wanted to bring one of those to the show. Another card that we have got a lot of questions on and decided to get a couple of was these e-reader style cards. This is the reverse hollow foil Pinsir from Aquapolis, I believe. And those cards are really cool. They're not my particular taste, but I know a lot of people really like these e-reader cards. So wanted to bring one or two with us. Right over here, we got another one of these reverse hollow foil stamped pseudo Woodos from Unseen Forces. I know Unseen Forces is a lot of people's chase these days. We decided to bring that and see how we can do. We got this Mega Rayquaza right here. This is a really, really exciting card right here. I know Megas are going crazy right now. Again, not really my particular taste, but it's a cool card. Rayquaza is cool. Everybody likes Rayquaza. So past that, we got this really, really nice silver border hollow foil Hitmonchan EX, another e-reader style card. This is not e-reader. Sorry, silver border EX Hitmonchan EX. I thought it was a silver border e-reader, but really, really nice vintage. And the biggest guy I'm bringing is this reverse hollow foil. Let me see if I can get it caught on the camera. Yeah, reverse hollow foil stamped EX Delta Species Ditto Pikachu card. That is number 39 out of the set. It's a really popular card. I know that Ditto is really, really catching a lot of traction right now because of Pokopia coming out. And people are loving that game, and for good reason. It's a really, really nice game. It looks really fun. People love Ditto. People love Pikachu. People love these reverse hollow foil stamped cards. They love Delta Species. That card checks a lot of boxes for a lot of people's collection. So I wasn't quite sure where to price it at. There's been eBay auctions ending at about $250. So that's where I set my price at. And I'm going to see what the feel in the market is. I'm not quite sure on that one. It's a little bit more obscure, but popular nonetheless. And I'm really happy to own it, at least until someone else values it more than I do and they can buy it off my hand. So that's the inventory review, guys. Like I said, I'm going to post this video. I'm going to post my location at the show tomorrow morning. So if you would like to come by the booth and shop with me, or any other local vendors that are going to be there, I think it's like a 60 vendor show. So pretty light. Yeah, we're going to be having a good time out there. Buy, sell, trading at a great level. And hopefully going to be just picking up some really cool cards. That's what we're in this for. Buying and selling and trading really cool cards. Mostly Pokemon, but I'm also into the YuGiOh. So yeah, come by and check out Pokemon, YuGiOh. I got a little bit of Magic the Gathering, something for everybody. We're going to have some plushies. We're going to have some little action figures, maybe like just some odds and ends and that kind of thing. So yeah. My name is Matthew, Shiny Man of Collectibles. This has been our inventory review for the Gadsden CollectorCon card show tomorrow. Again, at the Coosa Landing venue in Gadsden, Alabama. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to be there. Come through, get some cardboard. Oh, Summer reminded me. Free entry, by the way. Free entry show. Come in, get in for free, browse some cards. Free entry is crazy. The market's hot on cardboard right now, but they're doing a free entry on this for this time. So come in, get in for free, look at some cards. If you want to buy something, get some cool cards for your collection. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for watching, and we will update you soon on how the show goes. We'll show any pickups we got, what kind of sales we might have got. If it was a complete dud, hopefully that's not the case, but it could be. You know, you never really know with these things. So yeah. Thanks for watching. That's all I got. So we'll catch you guys in the next one.